Earlier this week, we talked about how Elon Musk, who wants to be in control of the entire federal budget, told people enthusiastically, put us in charge, and it's going to cause massive financial hardship for you and your families. Put us in charge, and the economy will crash. Don't worry, it'll get better someday. But oh my God, there's going to be some suffering. We're going to have to tighten our belts, and I'll definitely be a part of that. Things will be tough for me as the world's richest man. But anyway, you might think that coming out of that Donald Trump would want to be like, well, no, obviously that's not going to happen. What he's talking about, these changes, we're not going to do that clearly. Or maybe he could be like, well, if Elon Musk believes that, we're not going to put him in charge. Nope, none of that is true. He appears to be doubling down on this apocalyptic message that Musk is sending to Trump fans. Take a look.
What would your role for Elon be, Elon Musk?
So Elon has a lot of roles he could take because he's a very exceptional guy. But he has a thing. He feels there's such waste, fraud, and abuse in our budgets. And he's right. And he's a great cost cutter. And he'll cut costs without anybody even knowing it. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to feel it. He will cut costs, and he feels he can save $2 trillion. If he does that, our budget is more than balanced.
Okay, and if he invents magic and brings unicorns into the world, then we don't have to worry about cancer anymore. Like, this is just nonsensical. Elon Musk promised that what he will do if he gets into government will cause great financial hardship and suffering for conservatives. And Trump disagreed only with the part that people would suffer. He'll do it. It'll have those effects, but that'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Musk has said that he is going to cut $2 trillion from the government. That was the number, by the way, that Trump agreed with. Our entire budget is $6.6 trillion. He's going to cut close to a third of the budget. And according to what is left of Donald Trump's brain, nobody will feel it. Nobody will know. It'll happen, and I guess it's all bureaucratic, it's all paperwork. It's not going to have any effect.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
Here's the thing. There is literally no way to cut anything approaching that without cutting massive, just shutting down entire bureaucracies, entire departments, which they want to. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are billionaires. They don't want the government to function. They certainly do not want the government to be able to provide a check on business. So they'd love to shut it all down. And then they have to come for the massive sections of the budget that incorporate Medicare and Social Security. They will definitely be cutting that 100%. There is no way that you could do anything like the $2 trillion without doing that. And that is going to be so harmful to conservatives. But also, Musk says that, yeah, we'll crash the economy. Again, the idea that you would put these people into power when that's what they're saying that they're going to do is madness. But don't worry, in 2 years, the economy will be on sounder footing. That is his prediction. And bear in mind, he's a very exceptional person, Donald Trump tells me. I just thought it might be fun for a moment to remind people of some of Musk's other predictions that he has made. After all, he's a genius and he loves his own voice. And so he's made a lot of predictions. Back in 2014, he said we'll have humans on Mars by 2024. Oh, I can't wait to find out what happens in November or December. Maybe there's still time. In 2017, he said that SpaceX would be giving trips around the moon by 2018. That was 6 years ago. But in 2015, he said that Teslas would have 1,000-kilometer ranges by 2017 for sure. That was 7 years ago. In 2016, he said that by 2018, Teslas would be able to drive coast to coast fully autonomously. That was 6 years ago. In 2019, he said they'd have robotaxis by 2020. All we got this year was cars that were being controlled by people remotely doing a little bit of a fun demonstration, and that's it. I have to remind everyone that in 2020, he said there would be 0 new COVID cases by June 2020. That one was off by a little bit, by like 1 million dead Americans. And also, Every single year for the last decade, he's been saying full self-driving will be coming to Teslas next year, and next year, and next year, and next year. And certainly full self-driving is in the news. You know, when people die in fiery wrecks, that tends to draw the media's attention. But no, full self-driving has not come. Also, how's your Tesla Roadster that he's been promising for like 8 years will come out? Or the Cybertruck, which was years behind and double the price. He is not a person that can be trusted. Not only because he's a massive liar and hype man, which is true, but also he is way stupider than people have understood up until this point. It is bad enough that he is in charge of Twitter. Do not put him in charge of the agencies looking out for your health, your kids' education, Medicare, Social Security. It is the definition of madness to give him literally any control over any of that. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.